obviously we know next week's going to be a massive test, and there are aspects tonight which we weren't quite as sharp as we have been. So it's a good learning for us, and we know that if we're off in certain areas, we can get caught. So credits to Quins, they're a good side, but we know we weren't quite on it in certain areas today. I think our forward set piece work is going really well. We're very dominant at the moment, and we need to continue with that. Continue working on that, but I think defensively we can up it a little bit. We're a little bit off. As you say, there were some good collisions going on out there, but we're not on a consistent basis. So for us, it was a good wake-up call. We know that if we're off a little bit, as I say, teams can get a bit of ascendancy. So we need to go back, dust ourselves, as you say, and prepare for a big tough game next week.
I think so. I think the big positive was our set piece tonight. Scrum went brilliantly, mauls went well, line-up went well. So I think that at the moment we park it and we'll look at it on Monday, what we did wrong, where we can be better. Boys will watch it back tomorrow and individually look at your own sort of stuff. So we've got a big game next week, so it's a perfect opportunity to put right the wrongs.
Two massive games in the two massive games in the European Cup coming up next. Is that very much a big focus of the team, and you excited for those fixtures? Yeah,
I think we always say we go week by week, game by game. So the focus all this week was on Quins, and obviously Ulster is a huge game. We had a good win against them away, so they're going to be fired up for the game at Allianz Park. So are we. So it should be a good encounter.
I think Reece is a red. No complaints there. The whole one. I don't know, when does a yellow become a red? I don't really know. It's good for us to lose George Crew in the first minute of the match to a swinging arm. I don't know where the boundaries are, but anyway, that's by the by. We don't want to get caught up in that.
Any frustration that he ended up scoring at the end?
No.
Just talk us through from a very dominant position that you had going through midway through the first half to lose a game like that. You must have felt you were in control.
I thought our set piece, like you say, the first 20 minutes or so, but we gave away an unbelievably soft try, just a switch off moment by one person in the line out, and they go in for 5 points. But just in general, I don't think we deserved to win. I think that our discipline was not good enough on the day. I think they won the scraps. They were really up for it, and give them some credit. And with all those little 50-50 battles, which we're pretty good at, we weren't so good at today. So it's disappointing to lose because of for those reasons. But we'll have to move on.
And is George okay?
Yeah, George is fine. Obviously, there's nothing wrong other than the concussion. He was knocked out, so he'll just do the normal. And we had a couple of those today, but other than that, he's okay.
They came back into it at the end, mainly through breakdown penalties, which you conceded, and then Chris Robshaw hoofed the ball from the back of a ruck at the end. Were you happy with that?
Listen, I don't want to get caught up in talking about whether that was a penalty or not, because that's talk about ourselves really, and our discipline in general wasn't good enough, and clearly we'd worked ourselves into a very good position with 90 seconds left to you had Charlie on one side and Owen on the other side to drop a goal to win the match. We didn't think it was all that likely we were going to get a penalty in that situation, but we had two guys ready to pull the trigger. But it wasn't to be, and we're disappointed with our discipline in general. We gave away a really terrible penalty at a line-out, which led to their playing the man in the air, which led to their winning penalty, and we discount the last try. So anyway, yeah.
And in terms of a fabulous winning run that you've had, to lose that, just I guess it's important that doesn't become an issue, or do you respond?
Yeah, it's this group in the past has shown it's pretty good at dealing with the odd setback here and there. We've got a pretty big game to get our teeth into next week against Ulster, and we can't feel sorry for ourselves, and we got to get stuck into the week, and that's all.
You're happy with Reece Gill's, well, not happy I'm sure, but you accept Reece Gill's red card. Do you not feel that Petrus du Plessis had a big part to play in it? I mean, he was sort of spinning the guy on the top end.
I think it's clear to know that Reece has just come on the pitch, and as you say, he's trying to make a good tackle, and if somebody else is slightly involved, and it makes it look worse than it is, but you always run the risk in those situations. So no complaints.
In terms of England, Mark, this squad mounts next week. I expect that you expect to have quite a lot of guys involved, given the form
Yeah,
of the club's
yeah,
been?
no, there's a lot of our English players. There's a lot of English players at the club now who are playing well and have played well over a period of time. Not all of them played so well today, but I'm sure they'll make that 30-man squad.